How's it going, everybody? Kryllyk here. We are back on the CrackPack mini server that I have. My server. Sort of. I guess. Alright, well, anyways, we had a problem because our lava kind of stopped producing. So let's actually head on down. You can see here that it did pretty good work. There's a beehive over there I want to try to avoid. It did a pretty darn good job soaking up a lot of this lava, but I think I'm just going to move it over to this side a little bit, just so we can get a little bit more production. This little island looks pretty darn nice right here. Hopefully we don't have any gas come at us because, well, I didn't really bring any gas-related... I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about gas. And my thing is still kind of double-clicking. Fantastic! Alrighty, so basically I'm just going to set up a small little platform exactly like this. We're going to do the... let's see here. Let's do up this guy right there. We'll actually just remove that. Then we'll put the pump down beside it. Give that a hit with the wrench. Boom, boom, and boom. Let's get this thing turned on. The levers are... Oh, you figure so, hey? Oh, man, that was close. I am so glad I heard that guy. Nitro Creeper? No, thank you. Alright, whatever. We'll just float. Alright, we'll get that turned on. Throw back on our ender tank. And we should start to see more of that beautiful liquid come in. And then, of course, we need the chunk loader as well. So I'll place that right on top there. Okay, so that should fix our lava requirements. And at least make sure that we continue to have some power. Okay, let's head on out of here. We do have something, I want to update you guys a little bit here at the start. Pretty quickly. Nothing too crazy anyways. Guess we can just go out here, right? Okay, so I've basically, I haven't done much building lately. I've been continually checking on the quarry, making sure that the quarry systems are working properly. So you'll see here I have an obsidian setup. I have the setup to get some hardened glass. That's a little bit hidden right now, but not a big deal. Obviously just been smelting up a storm and expanding on everything. Wow, 488,000 cobble. Holy cow. That's a lot of cobble. Basically, I made a whole bunch of 4K drives. Most of them aren't full over the process of time. We actually have more than enough Certus and stuff now as well, which is very nice. And it's still going. It'll be going for a while. Okay. So we have deep storages. We have some asphalt, or sorry, abyssal, limestone, netherrack. Why do I have that in deep storage? I wonder. Sand, dirt. I put in a whole bunch of the woods. Little gravel section. We got some sandstone, the rubber stuff. And I'm starting into the real goods, right? So these are going to be some of the higher end goods if we get enough of them. But the main thing that we need to work on today is we need to start a little bit of the automating. So you'll see here most of this is in ore form. And that's not good. Now to do this, we are actually going to get started into Mekanism. Okay. First things first, though, I need more iron. Definitely need more iron going. I should make another pulverizer. Let's make another pulverizer quickly here. Beautiful. It's pretty straightforward. I'm out of room to, you know, make recipes, so that's a little bit annoying. Let's do this. Quick fix. I do have it set up to autocraft pistons, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, there we go. We'll place another pulverizer down here. I want to put it so that we can get this thing going on 2 folds, because the amount of iron and some of the other materials that I do require is pretty substantial. And the fact that it's still all in ore form, not the greatest. Okay, so I don't have the ability to auto pull out or anything like that, but we should be pretty good. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Okay, so Mekanism, this guy right here. Oh boy, I don't know a ton about it, but I do know that I need steel. So 64 and 64, bingo bango. We'll get this guy going. Now, the problem with the Mekanism is a lot of this stuff is really loud, and sound mufflers do not work on it, okay? So bear with the noise. All right, it's pretty, like, I have my sound way down right now. Way down, and it's still super loud. Super loud, okay? So that's a Mekanism in a whole. So let's actually look up Mekanism as a whole. Lots of goodies. Holy cow. Now, I believe I set up a few crafting recipes. Craft steel casing, energized smelter, crusher, basic factory crusher. Okay, so it looks like I have the smelter and the crusher set up on autocraft. So let's actually go into that and we'll look up the smelter. Energized smelter. Okay, I'm gonna want 9 of these. That's right, you heard me. 9. Now, how much it's making them? It's making them. We're not failing yet. We have a lot of resources. I don't expect it to fail, but I am lacking in a few ingots. So the smelters are cooking. Look at that, we got all 9. Awesome. Awesome. Now, we can upgrade those into the smelting basic factory. So let's make 9 of those. Let's see if that works. I'm not missing an energized smelter. What? I'm not missing an energized smelter. They're right there. Is this gonna fail on me? It's gonna be a derp, isn't it? Okay, let's get a little bit of gold. We need pulverized gold for this, so it's kind of a weird request, I guess. It's not one that I really expected. So we'll pull that out and get that going. More iron, always good. Now, the reason I'm holding on to all the ores, God, I hope you guys can hear me over that loud thing, is, for the most part, Mekanism allows you to expand and go 4 times. I am not missing an energized smelter. Okay, it looks like we'll be crafting that one manually, because that is not working. Okay, so basic factory, you have to hold shift to kind of get into here. Basic factory, bingo. And the smelter should be right here. Okay, apparently it just doesn't recognize that. That's okay. It happens. We'll take all of this stuff. Oh, good, that loud noise finally finished. Okay. Gave me 1. Fantastic. So I need a whole bunch of those control circuits. I need, how many is it per? It's 4 per, so I have 8 more. So that's 32 of them. Begin. Let's see if it'll do it. Let's see if we'll get it all or not. Hopefully, it's going to work. Okay, we'll get that going. More of that. That's beautiful. Get all of the resources. all of them. Yeah, okay, what are we missing? We are missing enriched alloy. Oh, really? Are we? Ha ha ha. Alright, that should get us there. So we can place them like that. And boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bingo! Okay, so we have all 9. These guys don't stack? Really? Is this real life? They don't stack. Alright, fantastic. They don't stack. Okay, I think that's enough gold. Thank you very much for your efficient work. Beautiful. Okay, so we have the factories. These guys can take upgrades and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm trying to think exactly where I want them to go, and I think it's going to be in this general area. Now, for these factories, it's going to be a little bit of a different setup than what you guys are probably used to. So basically, what we're going to do, I'll upgrade these as we go as well. But we're going to start just with the basic model. We might not need any more. Okay, and the oh, I have 2 more. Okay, I might not need that many. Or do I move it out 1 more? You know what? I think I'm only going to use the 8. That's okay. We'll have a spare. So we have 1 crusher already, so that means I need 7 more. Begin. Hopefully that guy's working. Missing lava buckets. Oh yes, okay. Those guys are a little bit of a pain in the butt to make. Bingo, bingo. Bucket. Let's take all 7. We need it all. Okay, that should give us not my chicken. And then we can do bucket again, because it should be using them. What are we missing now? Steel. Okay. What is steel again? How do I make the steel? I figured I'd run out. Where is it? There it is. Steel dust. Steel dust. Coal and iron. Okay. Steel. Yeah, I don't have nothing. Alright. Let's do iron. Let's get some coal. Bingo. Let's get 2 stacks of that. And start getting that smelted up here. If we can. I believe it just needs smelting. Yes, it does. Alright, get that one going. That'll take another second here. Bingo, bango. But we should get a little bit more steel going. Excellent. Excellent stuff. So, I've been having a lot of fun with all of my new series. I hope you guys liked the vanilla series. I thought that was pretty awesome. And I think it's going to be amazing. Some of the ideas and stuff that we have are just awesome. Okay, that's all I can say, really. That's all I can really say. Okay, that'll give us a couple more. Osmium too. Oh dear, I'm just out of everything. Let's just do 1 like that. Get all the rest of this steel up in here. Beautiful. And we're also missing another lava bucket, right? Okay. 1 and 2. Bingo, bango. Let's get the buckets back out again. And once we have that osmium going, we'll actually just cancel this steel, get some of that osmium going a little bit more so. Beautiful. We're coming along pretty nice, I feel. Let's get some of that in there so that these guys can keep on going. That's 6. More lava buckets. Double clicking's nice when pulling out lava buckets. Okay. And is that it? Oh, we made them all. Okay, beautiful. All right, so crushers. Awesome, 7 more of them. That is perfect. Why is... I don't get it. Why is that one separate from the others? I do not understand. I do not understand sometimes. So enriching, crushing. All right, bingo. We need a whole bunch more of those control circuits. 7 times 4. Carry the 2. What is it? It's like 7, 4. I don't know. Let's make... You know what? Let's make another 32 anyways. I'm probably going to need them all. So we'll go with that. And let's get our crushing. Are we literally out of enriched alloys again? Holy cow, guys. Holy cow. Holy cow. Alright, we'll get some more of this noisy stuff going up. We'll get some more collecting going. Get a little bit of everything. Let's actually set up this first crusher. And what do they need? Let's go here. Yeah, a little bit of room. Now, I plan on using factorization to fill these items, okay? Factorization routers are an awesome, awesome machine that will just basically fill up. What? 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 Why router not found? Alright, so factorization routers requires some dark iron ingots. Pretty easily found and just kind of smelted up, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think you can... I guess you can use some pyrotheum and double it. Get some rich slag out of it. That might be tempting. I can easily make some pyrotheum. Let's make 16 of that. Yeah. Why not? Why not? And let's do 16 dark iron. Head on over. Boom, boom. And boom, boom. Yeah. I know you're noisy. You're noisy. Okay, beautiful. That should get us some more of those control circuits being built. Slowly but surely. Really? 75% chance. It said 75% chance. I don't really need the rich slag. I really don't. But basically what this is going to do... I did not set up the auto crafting recipe. Fail. Fail indeed. It's okay. It's alright. Okay, so we're going to get all these basic factories going. Nice quick clicking. Like so, and like so. So there's all of our crushing factories. Now, you're probably saying, why do you need a factory? Why not? No, it just has more inputs and more controls and stuff like that that you can use, okay? And why do I need this many? Because I'm crazy, all right? That's why. Much easier if you just build a couple. Just saying. All right, so, I mean, essentially, the way this works, and I figure you guys have probably already figured this out to an extent, you have a crusher and a smelter, right? So, if I bring iron ore, for example, over to here, I can put the iron ore into these 3 slots, and it will start crushing them if I had power. Okay, so let's get power over here. I prepped a whole bunch of these. I'm going to be changing up the way that this power goes and everything in the future. Okay, so we should have power. So if I actually kind of just split this up and we put it in, Why you no work? Do you need something else? You don't need anything else, do you? No. I don't think it needs anything else. I thought that was it. Isn't that it? Might need something else. What does it need? What does it need? The smeltery, I don't think needs anything. But maybe the other guy does. 1 second. Well, dang nammit. I built the wrong thing. The crusher's very useful. I don't know if I needed that many, but it is still very useful. One of the nice things is you can wrench these. I'm going to keep them anyways. I mean, we're gonna use them. All right, so let's put the crusher here. I've needed the enrichment chamber. Okay, so we'll build that, and as soon as that's built, I'll be back with you guys, and we'll go from there. The crusher, basically, what it does is it crushes things like cobble down, you know, into sand and stuff like that. So still very, very useful. Did that take my iron ore? Or is it still in there? Okay. Whew. Got a little nervous there. Not that I don't have enough, but still. Come on now. Alright, so let's get our dark iron. And I'll be back. Wow, I got 2 rich slag from that. 2. Didn't it have like a 75% chance? I tells you. So the enrichment chamber. Let's find that guy. So we need smelting, enriching. That's the one we need. So we need the enrichment chamber first. So let's get 8 steel casings and 8 circuit boards. Or sorry, 16 circuit boards. 8 steel cases. Beautiful. Let's get the control circuits. We need, you know what? Let's just make a stack. Let's honestly make a stack, because this thing, we're going to need them for the factories anyways. So let's just cruise on and just keep on going, okay? We'll put those up in there. And let's start by making our first enriching chamber. Using up all the alloys. I need like another metallurgic infuser is what I need. Holy cow. The stuff. Alright, so in the meantime, let's make a router. Okay? In the meantime, we'll make our router. Why? Why can't it find the router? R-O-U it finds, but T is apparently a problem. Okay, so we need an Eye of Ender. Not a problem. Let's get a few of those. I'm sure we'll use them. And eggs. Eggs. Eggs height. Let's make a few of those. Yeah, why not? Now, these routers are essential in the process to get this thing going. But they are actually going to go upstairs, because this is all my processing and mass storage area. So my ME access point is actually going to be upstairs. All of my access point to get all of my resources is going to be upstairs, and it's going to be pretty awesome in the process. So let's do Mekanism. Let's get back into that. And let's see how we're doing. We have 34. Beautiful. Require additional alloys. Okay, so we're making those up. I'll be back when I have them all made. Alrighty, so I'm back and I have all of our enriching chambers. Beautiful. Now these are the guys that should extract dust from ore. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Guess I shouldn't have jumped the gun on the whole crushing being the right thing, right? So this guy should convert it into a dust. Okay, let's do this. Let's get 3 going. Ideally, the next level up would be nice. Nope. you go there, you go there, you go there. Okay, so this guy here is now enriching that iron ore, and of course you can increase it with speed upgrades, which we'll probably do, into iron dust. Now this is a simple 1 to 2 process. Now from there you can enhance that some more. But for right now, look at that, it does 3 at a time. 3 at a time. What was this guy doing? 1 at a time, right? So already we should see a dramatic improvement for this system. Okay, now I'm going to leave it about here. We got the start of our Mekanism factory going. Okay, it's gonna take, I gotta do some building off camera, I gotta rearrange a whole bunch of things, so I'm gonna do most of that. For those of you that don't know, I actually have a little bit of room here. Is that the... yeah, that's the one. Okay. So I have a small little section here for like flooring. Okay. Which is pretty awesome for things like cables and stuff. And I'm going to try my best to hide them. Okay. I might add one more because I did get a builder's wand with my ender quarry. Hype. Builder's wand. So OP. So I might add one more just so I can move a little bit easier down there. I really miss bat form. Does anybody else miss bat form? I miss bat form. Big time. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. You guys are awesome as per normal. Take it easy. Have yourselves a good one. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.